Sega.
What's up everybody, CGL Mode here bringing you guys Search and Destroy gameplay. CGL Noob brought you his Noob's Guide to Free-For-All in the previous video where he kind of gives you guys all his nips, tips, and tricks on what you need to know to win a free-for-all match. Check that video out after you guys get done watching this, but let's jump into the Search and Destroy. So in Search and Destroy, there's three main things that you need to take into consideration to get the win. There's teamwork, communication, and strategies. On this particular map, Newtown, strategies are not really required. Newtown is mainly about map control. If you can get in the mid-map, close down the enemy lanes, and hold them in their spawn, no matter on offense or defense, you have a greater chance of bringing home the W at the end of the day. So, now that we understand Newtown is more about map control and not so much strategies, let's move on to teamwork and communication. These roles kind of collide into each other because without one, you don't really have the other. Teamwork helps you get the map control, communication helps you keep the map locked down and know where your teammates and enemies are at all times, which helps you stay on your toes and watch for a flank, or as we like to call it, a pinch, where you have an enemy in front and behind you at the same time. 95% of the time ends with you dying. So with those three main points covered, the only other things I would really advise you to do is if you're the last man alive in Search and Destroy, do not run straight to the middle of the map. It is the worst thing that you can do. You're just asking to die. 75% of the time, you will die regardless of how much of a slayer you are. It's just not the smartest move in the book to make unless you absolutely have to. Also remember, set your class setup to the game mode that you're playing. If you're playing Search and Destroy, have a setup for Search and Destroy. In this game, I was running the M8A7 as my primary, the RK5 as my secondary. The M8, I was using the reflex sight, long barrel, and rapid fire. I used the reflex sight mainly because I'm not too fond of the iron sights on this gun. That's just my opinion, yours may be different. As my first attachment, I was using the long barrel. The M8 already has good range. This just gives me the slight advantage on getting more one burst on a long range shot instead of a 2 or a 3 burst. My second attachment is rapid fire. Now with the M8 being a burst gun, you may not think that it makes much of a difference, but it really does. The RK5 I was using as my secondary with the extended mag. The extended mag is optional and it can be subbed out for a perk. But on this particular class, I was using the perk 3 greed to run my dead silence, which should be used in all your Search and Destroy classes, and my tactical mask, which is optional as well. I use tactical mask mainly because I'm always getting stunned or flashed, and it reduces the effects. That way I'm still able to get the kill. As always, my specialist, I'm running my heat wave. So I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. If you have any ideas or suggestions, feel free to leave it in the comment. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Until next time, CGL Mode signing out.
Another win for the Accord. RTB.
TACOM, party's over. Need reassignment.